Reading, a podcast with the Public Library of Mount Vernon in Knox County. I'm Christy.
And I'm Katie.
And this month we decided that we wanted to do something festive. So we're at the end of December, we're getting ready to move into January, and we just wanted to read something fun and kind of holiday themed, but with a twist, because it's us. So we decided to do Christmas crime. So I think that a lot of times there are thoughts that we have about Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all of the holidays, and they elicit certain feelings, right? And crime isn't necessarily one of them. So we wanted to highlight some of the books we have in the library that are fun, a little cozy, a little spooky, that still embody all of those holiday vibes. So I picked The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Allie Carter. What did you pick, Katie?
I picked Christmas Crimes at the Mysterious Bookshop, and it is a collection of short stories edited by Otto Penzler, who is the owner of the Mysterious Bookshop.
That is so cool. I love that. We were kind of talking about how, at the library we have our online services. We've got our physical copies as well. And both Katie and I love to borrow audiobooks, both physically and digitally, especially because our cars don't have CD players anymore, which is super unfortunate. Because I'm a millennial, so I have literally books of CDs that they're just not going to use, right? But the good news is that both of these were available on Hoopla. So we were not only reading the physical copies, but we also were listening to the audiobooks when we were driving around in our cars. When I get home from work, I like to kind of just veg out, and I'll play a game on my phone while I listen to an audiobook. So I borrowed the physical copy, and I also read large print. I have really bad eyesight. For those of you not watching, I wear really thick glasses. So I borrowed the large print copy. I also borrowed the ebook, so I could also read it on my phone, while I was getting my car worked on. Boo, sad. I was able to read it on my phone, and then I could listen to it too. So I imbibed this book in 3 different ways, all of which I could do with my library card. So shameless self-plug for the library. No matter what the format, a lot of the times you can get something that's going to work for you.
Yeah.
And yours was available in audiobook too.
Yeah, mine was available in audiobook, and I actually did listen to the last 3 or 4 stories on my car ride to work.
It's kind of nice, right?
It is really nice. You can adjust the speed.
Yeah.
I know with the digital copies, you can actually adjust the size of the font. So if it's not available in large print, you can get it in large print.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes things really convenient.
It does. It was really nice. And I will say that for my audiobook, it was really awesome because it follows our main female character. Her name is Maggie. And it also follows Ethan Wyatt, who they are both authors, and they both write crime novels. They are detective story writers. And both of them were played by a male and female character, or narrator in the audiobook. So it really added that extra something to the story, having them portrayed that way.
Yeah, and mine also had a male reader and a female reader that, since I didn't listen to all of it, but it appears to be if it was written by a female author, then the female read it.
That's cool.
And then the male read the male parts.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Male authors. So yeah, that's cool. It was good. Yeah.
I really like the idea that it almost keeps you on your toes. You don't have just that singular voice. I'm fine when there's just one narrator, but sometimes it's really fun to have those different perspectives and acting abilities that are used when reading the story.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing that was nice with my book was the audiobook, how CDs and everything have chapters.
Yeah.
Well, the chapters in this book were organized. The audiobook was organized by the story, so you could just jump to whatever story you were on. You didn't have to listen to.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to like listen to one again, then you can just click right back to it.
And which one you want to avoid, you can avoid that one.
Yeah, spoiler alert, there's one in Katie's that was like, oh, maybe that should have trigger warnings.
Yes, I'm very concerned for Laura Lippman. She was the writer of the only like gruesome story in my book.
Wow.
Yeah. So, anyways, mine came out of, like I said, the Mysterious Bookshop is the oldest mystery bookshop in the world.
Wow.
And it's right here in New York City. It does exist.
That's really cool.
And Otto Penzler does own it. So what he decided to do for a Christmas, like a Christmas gimmick or giveaway, is anytime he had someone come to his store to do a reading, he was like, hey, you want to write a short story? And the only rules are, it takes place at Christmas time or, winter time. And the Mysterious Bookshop has to be in it somewhere.
Okay.
There has to be a scene, a mention, something like that. And then what he would do is he'd print them out and stick them in his the shopping bags that he gave out to his clientele.
Wow.
So they got a little bonus story when they spent money at the Mysterious Bookshop.
That's cool.
So this is like a collection of them. And I really do like that it does say crime, not murder. There are a lot of several of the stories have murders in them, but not all of them do. There's a lot of thievery going around, a little bit of dishonesty going around. And I just like that there was a gamut, and they're really, so there's 12 stories. There are some really, like, you will recognize some of the writers even if you don't work in a library. So Ace Atkins is one, Jeffrey Deaver's another one.
Wow. Yeah.
So, there's some that I didn't recognize, but there were definitely some that I did. There was even a Scandinavian author, Ragnar, what's her last name? Ragnar Jonasson.
Oh, okay.
Which I kind of recognize the name.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's, the mob is in it in some places. There's like pickpockets and revenge and all kinds of stuff going on.
Wow.
Yeah. One of the ones that I told Christy about was The Gift of the Wise Guy. And that one was really good. I kept thinking of, and now I'm not going to remember his name. Anyways, famous actor who was just in Only Murders in the Building, who played the mobster in the most recent season. I kept picturing him. It's about a former mobster who goes into witness protection and turns state's evidence on the family that he worked for. And now he's back in New York for just one night to watch his son do a reading at the Mysterious Bookshop of a memoir about having a dad who was in the mob.
Wow.
So,
that's so cool.
And what transpires after that. And there's one that is kind of silly. It's called Here We Come A-Wassailing. And that one, there is a very expensive bottle of whiskey, I think, that keeps getting regifted, and people are pouring their own like little thing in it because they sampled it, and then it's like, bottle's not full, and then putting other things in it. Which sounds disgusting to me, but apparently the characters in the book enjoyed it quite a bit. So, like, there's some that are a little bit more lighthearted than others. Like I said, the Laura Lippman story is the one that I told them at work that it kind of scarred me.
So of course I was like, I've got to read that one.
Yes. The moral of that story is, if you write a cozy mystery, do not kill the cat.
Oh no! Oh, never mind. I
And
can't read
that's-
it then.
Yeah, it is all that I can.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I can't do if animals get hurt or if robots get hurt.
It
freaks
is.
me out.
Yeah, it is sort of off page. He just mentions that it's like, oh well, when I wrote my story, I put the cat in the microwave.
Ah!
That's all that it says.
Oh my god, that's insane.
And then that causes
Yeah.
other things.
Other
to
things
happen.
happen. Oh no, that's terrible.
So-
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I'll skip it. Let's just skip that one.
Yeah. So I did kind of spoil it for Christy.
That's
Anyway, so
That's okay.
but yeah, it was a lot of fun. Definitely recommend reading it. There's a little something for everyone.
Yeah, I currently have it checked out, the audiobook on my
Mhm.
Hoopla, so
Yeah.
I'll be checking it out next.
Yeah, and it's very atmospheric because they all take place in New York City.
Yeah, and I do always think about, like, you know, the holidays in New York and Times
Mhm.
Square and all the snow and all that stuff.
Yep. Yep. If I ever go back to New York City, I'm gonna look for this Bookshop because it
Oh.
sounds really cool.
So that would be so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You have to send me pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was also awesome. So like I mentioned, it's called The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. It's by Allie Carter. She's a New York Times bestselling author. She also wrote, if you are familiar with Christmas films, she wrote A Castle for Christmas, which is on Netflix.
Oh, cool.
And I think that stars Brooke Shields, so
Mhm.
super good. So I already kind of had an idea of her writing style. This is a locked door mystery. It has romance in it. It's got a lot of thrilling stuff that happens in it too. And like I mentioned, it follows our main character, Maggie Chase, and Ethan Wyatt.
Mhm.
They are rival authors, so they both write in the same sphere.
Mhm.
Maggie refers to Ethan as the leather jacket guy. So he's that author. If you guys know, like we do intimately know this, you'll look at the photo of an author in the back on the jacket, and they tend to sometimes be leather jacket guys. I'll call out like Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett specifically as leather jacket guys. But he's this like super attractive dude who, as soon as he walks into a room, they're buying 1 million copies of his book. So he's very, very popular. He has beaten her out to get the kind of Oprah's book club pick.
Mhm.
They're both up for it. He got it, she didn't. Her life has kind of fallen apart, so she's just come out of a really awful divorce. And both of them end up getting invited to one of their favorite authors' Christmas parties. So this world famous author, she's right up there with Agatha Christie. She is hosting a Christmas party at her mansion, which happens to be in England, but very, very close to Scotland. So she's right up there, really close to the sea. And they arrive, and shortly after being greeted and everyone sitting down to dinner at this author's house, she goes missing from a locked room in her home.
Oh.
Yes. So we find out quite a few twists and turns through this. They're not the only authors there. There is one other author, and he's a famous British author who writes kind of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle-esque
Mm-hmm.
mysteries. Also present are a doctor, a police chief, and family members. So we have a lot of suspects running around this beautiful Scottish manor, trying to figure out, is she dead? Did she disappear?
Mm-hmm.
Is this a plan? There's a lot of twists and turns. There's poisoning, there's shooting, there's all kinds of really wild things that happen. But I will say that as far as I'm concerned, but I do read pretty extreme stuff. As far as I'm concerned though, I wouldn't say any trigger warnings necessarily. This is just a really good time.
Okay.
It is very fun. It's a little cozy. It's a little spooky. It's a little romantic. Lots of thriller stuff in there. So I really liked this one.
Mm-hmm.
And I told Katie, like, I feel like this was such a good way for us to end
Mm-hmm.
the year, another year of podcasts, because we both really enjoyed our books.
Yeah. It's not, most of the books that we read, we do enjoy,
Mm-hmm.
but there's very few lately that we come into work and are like, oh my gosh, my book.
Yes. It was a total page turner. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to stop.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah. You finish a chapter and you're like, I've got to go on.
Mm-hmm.
And with short stories, I feel like for me, that happens to me a lot with short stories because it does happen so fast because
Mm-hmm.
you're working with so few pages.
Mm-hmm.
And Allie writes in such a, like, I'm going to say, she writes in such a accessible way. So
Okay.
I felt like it read super fast. And even though we had some really complicated sleuthery going on here, I just made that word up, I was able to follow along,
Mm-hmm.
and know what was going on.
Yeah.
So I liked it because
Mm-hmm.
I can get lost in a maze for a mouse, honestly. So this, like, I could stick with it, you
Mhm.
know. So, but it was still a whodunit.
Yeah.
Yeah, really fun.
Yeah. Great.
Yay!
Mhm.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Another year in the books. I can't believe it. Want to give a special shout out to Chris. He's our cameraman, our editor. He uploads our videos for us. So want to thank him for another year of helping us out.
Mhm.
And we will be back with you in 2026, just around the corner here, later this week. So
Mhm.
thanks so much. We'll see you next year. Bye.
Bye.